Welcome back. This is GentleFarmer in episode 2. Oh my word, look at that. Isn't that exciting? That was very unexpected. Well, that actually was not at all what I intended, but that's kind of cool. You got to see what mob fighting looks like. I switched, I don't know if you've noticed it, I tried to do it real quick because I was panicking. Switched to my axe. Axe is a much better weapon than some other things. Let me go. I can go in here. You see when I go into my inventory where I hit E, and it goes into, E, it goes into my inventory. You can see wooden axe. It says 7 attack damage and 0.8 attack speed. You can attack people. You can fight with just about anything. But if you're fighting with something like, say, dirt, sand like that, it's the same as hitting them with your fist. Other items have different attack strengths. You see, I could hit him with the hoe, but it would only do 1 point of damage. Axes do 7 points of damage. Wooden axes do 7 points of damage. So that was by far... you see, even my pickaxe would do some damage too, but the axe is by far the best choice early on. Eventually I will get a sword, but in the short term, I am not planning to fight mobs much because I have no armor. Let me show you the outside of me for a minute. Hi there, this is GentleFarmer. So you see I have a little wooden axe, I have my overalls, and my G, let's see, actually, I'll show you the back. GF for GentleFarmer. But you see I'm pretty vulnerable. This is not a state in which I want to be fighting things much. So I'm going to put away these items, and I think while I'm here I will make myself a shovel. And I think what we're going to try to do today is possibly start, so this is the recipe for a shovel. A plank on top, can be any kind of plank. I happen to have oak, and then 2 sticks, and that makes a shovel. And I'm going to need another shovel at some point. I think we are planning today to go and what I'm hoping to do is get some animals, get some pens made, maybe start building a starter base here on our survival world. Alright, so I think what I'm going to need first is, actually, I was going to say wood, but actually I think what I'm going to do first is go over here. I see some stone exposed, and I don't know if you can tell. If you're used to playing Minecraft, you may notice that I'm moving very slowly, and that is because I'm quite hungry. You may see my turkey legs over here on the lower right are very low. Use my pickaxe and get some wood, some stone here, excuse me. And what I'm going to try to do is get some cobblestone and make some nicer tools. I can make some stone tools that will last longer and work longer than the wooden tools I've been using. Alright, and if you notice here, this stone with the black flecks in it, that is coal. So I'm going to get that while I'm here too, because that is wonderful to have, especially in the early game. That's going to allow us to have torches and things that will light up. And light mobs that spawn will spawn at light levels of 7 and below. And a torch gives off a light level of 14 at the source of the torch, and that light level goes down by 1 for every block that you go beyond where the torch is placed. And so the light gets lower and lower, and eventually it gets down to 7 or lower. You can have mobs spawn in that area. So I'm going to get all that. I'm going to go back to my place. And there's a couple of things I can do now that I have this stone. Oh, there's some bunnies. What I'm going to do is 2 things. I'm going to make some tools, some stone tools. And I'm also hoping to make a furnace. And that will allow me to cook things, especially if some food, if I get it. Alright, so first what I'm going to do, if you saw me make the pickaxe last time, I did it like this. So now we're going to upgrade to a stone pickaxe. I'm going to move that there. Couple of things I would like to do. You saw I got Stone Age, the Advancement Stone Age. And that is because I upgraded my tools to stone tools. And then the last thing I would like to do right now, not the last thing, but the last thing I'd like to do right now is make a furnace. And the way furnaces work is they allow you to cook certain things. Now I could cook this stone if I wanted, this cobblestone, and it would turn back into regular stone, like you see in the side of mountains and so forth. And that's for aesthetics and different things. But what I'm hoping to do in the short term is cook meat that I get. Like, I'll put that in there. Now, you can actually, anything that's made out of wood, you can actually burn. So these tools that I no longer need, that wooden axe and the wooden pickaxe, I'm going to go ahead and put them in there and use them as fuel to cook. Oh, I accidentally cooked this. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to cook the meat. And that will allow me to, oh rats, that will allow me to get some meat to eat, which will help my hunger bars. And when your hunger bar is extremely low like that, it leads to your weakness and you cannot sprint. If you notice how quickly I'm moving now, this is your normal speed, that's your sprint speed. You cannot sprint when your hunger bar gets below, I believe, half, but at least for sure when it's that low as it was a moment ago. Put these things in there. So what I'm going to do too is, well, I'll show you torches later. I think what I'm going to do right now is go get that tree, go get some wood, and I want to start making fences and fence gates so that I can start getting animals in here. And I will lure the animals into these once I get them by taking some of my, what is that blue over there? Oh, there's like a lake over there. That's exciting. I will take some of the wheat when we grow it, and I will use that to lure the cow. Because if you are holding wheat, then animals that like wheat, which are sheep and cows, they will follow you. And you can lead them where you want to go. And where I want them to go is over here to where we're going to have our base, and we're going to make some animal pens to keep them in. And we can breed them with wheat also, and that will give us so I'm going to break these down into planks. You see, with like that allows you to make oak fence. What I'm going to do too, let me make some more sticks. We'll make some more fence rails. And then what that'll allow me to do is make pens in which I'm going to keep my cattle and sheep. Alright, so what I think I would like to do first is make a pen like that. I'm going to go ahead and sleep so we don't have to deal with a lot of mobs. Alright. And then I'm going to make some more sticks, probably 2 sets of sticks. And then we will see, we can actually make 2 fence gates. And what we'll do with the fence gates is we will use those once we lure these animals in here. Whoops, I probably didn't want that there. I'm going to put that fence. Let me think about this. that fence here. And I'm going to put a fence gate right there. And if you right click on that fence gate, it'll open and close. And so we can put cattle in there and they will, I'm going to put that right there for now, that fence gate. I need some more wood. When we get these shelters built, these pens built, they will allow us to keep those animals. So let's see. Where can I get some trees? I think I actually have some saplings I probably should have planted, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. I'm going to get some of this. And I think my obsessive compulsive disorder will allow me to do this. So, welcome back. I did a little off-camera cutting down of trees. You can see the leaves over there decaying from some trees that I cut down. I didn't think that was something everybody wanted to sit and watch me do, so got a little extra wood. And what I'm planning to do now is build, see if we can get some more fence rails going. We'll make us our little pens here for our critters. All right, one there, one there. All right, so let's go put these in here, and we will see how that works. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and plant this tree too. I planted a few trees. I don't know if you can see them, little saplings right there that I planted that I had obtained on the other side when I was cutting those trees down. I think I'm going to plant a few down here also because we're going to need more wood. But what I want to show you here is, if you see these wheat in the middle, they are ready for harvesting. So these ones, so you saw I got 3 wheat and some more seeds back. In fact, you get more seeds back than you planted originally. So that will allow us to plant a little more on our farm. And if you see here, these sugarcane have begun growing. So we got a few extra sugarcane to plant along here. And so I've got extra seeds and sugarcane planted. But maybe the most exciting thing here is going to be, I can now take this wheat and you'll see what I'm able to do with it. You can use it to lure animals. If you get close to cows and sheep, who both like wheat, you see how the cows begin to follow me, as does this one. So if we can get at least 2 cows to follow us back to our pen, if you get too far ahead of them, they'll lose interest. So the trick is to have them follow you. And then it's a little bit tricky because they'll bunch up at the gate. There we go. Now I got them both in there. So what I'm going to do real quick is switch, close that gate. Now I will go take these and see if I can get some sheep to follow me. All right, look, here comes some sheep. There comes some sheep. See if we can get 3. It would be nice to have 3 to start with. Because I want to go to bed. I want to go to sleep so that we can. Now, I notice over there, you see that little guy? That is a husk, which is a type of zombie that spawns in deserts, and they are different than other zombies in that they don't burn up, and they don't burn up in sunlight, and they will, if they hit you, they will give you a look at that. That was awesome. Got all of them in there. All right, so now the husks will give you a temporary effect. Oh, that was funny. He despawned just as I looked at him. They will give you a temporary hunger effect, which will cause your hunger bars to go down faster than normal. All right, now I'm going to show you breeding cows. I'm going to see if I can get these 2 cows to breed. So you hold the wheat in your hand, right-click on cow number 1, right-click on cow number 2. They get little hearts, and then you see we got the achievement, the parrots and the bats. And it's hard to see because it's so bunched up in there, but there is a little baby. See the little calf? So that's exciting. And for now, I'm going to keep them separated like that. Mixed in like that together. So what I'm going to try to do next is start building us a temporary base. And I think I'm only going to make it about yay big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come over here. And right about, let's see, how big do I want it? Right about that big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you see I'm taking damage when I jump like that. And I'm fine with that for now. I don't really want to take extra damage, but alright. So that's that. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Going to build, I think I'll leave that as a window for now. I should be coming up a little bit short here, but but that's alright. I'll have to go get some more oak, I guess. Wait, actually, I don't want that high. I'm going to go along here, and what I'm doing here is kind of crouching. I don't know if you can tell. If you push the shift is the normal default key. See how you crouch? Well, the cool thing about crouching is when you're crouching, you can't fall off the edges of things. You see how I hang right on the edge, but I don't fall off. And so what I'm doing now is crouch clicking and placing these wooden planks. And I'm actually going to cut out a few of these again to make a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That bugs me a little bit, but I will. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I make room here for a window, and I think actually, now that I think about it, I believe what I'll do is bring these down here, just because the aesthetics are a little better for me. I didn't particularly like it with the one large window. I think I'd rather have a couple of small. Yeah, that'll work. And then if I double click on that, I can pull them all into one stack. I believe what I would like to have is a window there, and I'll put the doorway right there. Let's see, there's just 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how big I want this window. I don't think I'm gonna put it right there. I don't want that tree obscuring the window exactly, so I'm gonna put it right there. All right, so that's not a bad little house. You see, if we take our wood and put it like that, we can make doors, and I have to look at that and decide where I want the door. Yeah, I think I like the door there. So what we'll do is we'll put that away. We've got a door now. We don't have any windows for now, but that's okay. Let's see, did our little tree down here grow? It did not. Okay. So right now we have the beginnings of a house, but we don't have any wood. Now over there I see some birch. And I think I might like to have birch, actually, to put flooring in the house and maybe do the roof in birch. So I'm going to go over here, and now that I've done this, I believe I see, do you see on the horizon there? I see some acacia wood, which means there's a savanna over there, actually, which is another biome that we have not discovered yet. Now, Minecraft has lots of different what they call biomes, essentially biological areas. And we are in a plains right now and a desert over there that we were overlooking. And that desert, that area that I see in the distance is a savanna. And actually, now that I look over that way, in addition to the savanna, I see a village. So you see those trees grassy. The acacias grow very unusual like that. But see that? That is a village. So that is actually wonderful news because we're going to need a village. Villagers are wonderful to trade with. Oh, look at our little house up there on the hill. Doesn't that look nice? So, oh man, I'm getting very hungry. I think when I get back, I'm going to go ahead and cook the meat that we have. With one piece of coal, you can smelt 8 items. Smelt, I guess, is the right word. If it's food, you can cook it. If it's ore or something, you can smelt it. But either way, with a piece of coal, you get 8. You can essentially cook 8 items, cook or smelt 8 items. And so I had not done that with my meat because I only had 3 or 4, and I would be wasting a piece of coal. But I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and waste it because I really need to eat. My energy is getting very low here, so I'm going to turn all these birch and into, well, that's odd. Let me think what I did wrong there. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. For some reason it wasn't showing me that recipe, but that's okay. Alright, so here you see when I try to sleep it says you can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms because it's not quite night yet. So what I am going to do though is pillar up here, jump and place things underneath me, and what that will accomplish is it will allow me to start placing so what I'm doing here is jumping and clicking, and it's going to allow me to place a roof on this, and I'm using these stair blocks to make essentially a staggered roof. You know, I think I'm going to have to take down that tree. I thought I wouldn't have to, but I think I will. Alright, so let's sleep. And I think for now we'll call that an episode. Oh my goodness, there's a donkey in my house. So let's call that an episode for today, and I will show you next time some finishing up this house, putting a roof on it. I'm thinking I'll get another layer of birch wood and go along, finish that wall. I think it would look kind of nice to have a, you see the difference in the color of the birch, and I think it would look nice to have that top strip be a birch to go along with the roof. In fact, I can sort of simulate that here. Let's see what that's going to look like. I don't know why. I just kind of like that look. This is probably not going to be a permanent house, so it's not extremely important that it be beautiful, but I don't know. I kind of like building them a certain way, even if it's not ideal. Alright, so let's call that an episode for now. And next time we will come back. We will go harvest some more crops from down there. We will hopefully maybe finish up this house. I think I'm going to, oh, I just realized this window is very short. I meant for this window to be taller. And we will do that next time. We'll put some windows in here, and I'll show you how to make glass, make windows. Alright, so thank you for watching. This has been Gentle Farmer, and I will see you next time.